Good morning and welcome to another episode of the Hot Seat powered by XX Energy Drink. When you're drinking excess, you're drinking the best. All right, Lloyd, another season on the way, 2019 NFL season.
Yes, sir.
A lot to get into today. So let's break it down. Your thoughts on the whole Dallas Cowboys situation. Let's start off with the whole Zeke wanting an extension. What are your thoughts on that?
Like as far as the Zeke Elliott thing, I understand to some degree because he wants to get paid, but my thing is that with Zeke he still has 2 years left on his contract, and the thing is he's being paid handsomely to some degree because he was a first round draft pick, compared to Dak, where Dak was a fourth round draft pick, and I mean, to be honest, if you're comparing contracts, I mean, Dak is pretty much getting paid pennies,
Right.
like compared to where, like, I think this year, Zeke is supposed to get maybe like $8 million. I'm not sure because he's still on that rookie contract. And another thing is Zeke need to realize is that if Jerry Jones really wants to stick it to him, he could actually keep him there another 2 years because even after this contract, you pick up the 5th-year option. And you got to remember, I could franchise tag you twice if I want to. So in actuality, if you want to play hard, if he really wants to play hard, I can keep you for 4 years. You get what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Like, Zeke is a great running back,
Right.
I definitely think, him being there would definitely elevate the Cowboys because I know right now the Cowboys, they're looking at Super Bowl right now. Their defense is stout, offensively wise, by them bringing Amari Cooper last year was definitely like a big boost. And then now, Jason Witten comes in, he brings a nice veteran presence over there because they're trying to win now, especially, we all know the NFC is very, very tough, especially the NFC East. You got the Eagles right now, they're knocking on the door. Carson Wentz, speaking of money, he got his money and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, but as far as Zeke, if I was him, me personally, I would have just waited till the next year to maybe hold out, like could have 1 year, but I feel like to hold out for 2 years, I don't know. And my thing is, at the end of the day, I think Zeke, I think they do need Zeke, but in actuality, because one thing, the Cowboys always had a great offensive line.
Yeah.
We seen it the year when DeMarco Murray, he comes out of nowhere and rushes for like almost like what, I think it's like 1,400 yards or whatever. Now they have this kid right now, Tony Pollard. He's doing great so far. I mean, I know it's preseason or whatever. He looked good yesterday.
Right.
I think he had like 45 rushing yards or something like that. Nice little touchdown or whatever case me. And
So
yesterday,
you're basically saying with the offensive line, you could put almost not anybody, but you could have success with that.
What it is,
offensive
he's
line.
serviceable.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. You still need Zeke. If you want Super Bowl aspirations, don't get me wrong. You still need Zeke. But is he serviceable? Yes. To get the job done? Yes. Because my thing is, at the end of the day, that offense still runs through Dak. At the end of the day. I know a lot of people say Zeke, which I agree. The running game is crucial.
Right.
But you still need Dak. And I think, a lot of times, we sleep on Dak. Oh, Dak is not playing. He's not a top 10 quarterback. To be personal, I think Dak is. I think he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Control the game, minimize the mistakes, and he wins games.
Which brings me to my next question. Dak Prescott, should he be paid as the highest paid quarterback or one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league?
Well, there was a thing saying that his I guess his camp was saying that he wanted $40 million. Supposedly, the Cowboys had offered, okay, we'll give you 32. He says, no, I want to get 40 million. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I like the idea of saying 40 million. Not to say I would give him 40 million, but I like the fact, move the needle a little bit, see what we can get. We can meet in between. I think that's smart. That's a smart business move because you're gonna, to be honest with you, you have to go with the market. To be honest with you, you have to, like, at the end of the day, you have to go with what the market is going. Like, Carson Wentz right now, he just got like 30-something million. That's pretty much the going rate. I think the thing is Jerry Jones just don't want to set the market per se, but I think he's worth it.
Right. Your thoughts on Melvin Gordon? Him holding out.
Oh yeah, he's another one. I like, to be honest, I like Melvin Gordon. He's another one. He's definitely a workhorse. Even in college, he was like the number one running back too. He got all the yards. The only difference is with Melvin Gordon, and I'm just doing this by a GM perspective. When he went down, they still was winning. They still had Austin Eckler, and I think they had another guy. I can't remember. And both of those guys averaged 5 yards per carry, even when he was gone. I think that's the only thing that works against him.
Works against him.
Works against him per se.
And he's always injury. He's injury prone.
Yes. But don't get me wrong, he's a stud. I mean, he's a stud. I mean, he
definitely.
broke out this year. But the thing is, he's always been injury prone. You know, last year was one of the years he actually played all 16 games.
Yeah, and when they shown whenever he's not around too, they still the backup like Eckler can still produce without him, and they throw the ball a lot too. So
Exactly, exactly.
So your boy Jalen Ramsey came to practice in a brink truck. He said he wants to get paid.
I know. Oh man.
What do you think about his situation?
Jalen Ramsey. Oh man. You know, we discussed this. I think he's a good quarterback, but you know, in this day and age, like, you know, because you know, right now we run like it's like today's offense is like an air raid offense. It's just throwing the ball.
Right.
I think the years of like the great shutdown corner, like I told you, you know, I think the last best shutdown corner, you know, obviously was Revis or whatever.
Right.
I think a lot of times, and I told you this before with Jalen Ramsey, he's good depending on the scheme of how you're running. You know, if you're playing cover 2 or you have safety up, he's good.
Right.
1-on-1, depending on the wide receiver, he's not really that well. I think he's serviceable depending on the scheme. Like, you know, like if you're playing press coverage, he's good. But if you're playing 1-on-1, if he's going against a fast wide receiver, like we see a lot of these elite wide receivers, whether it's DeAndre Hopkins or Odell, something like that, he's gonna struggle. He's gonna struggle. And me personally, in this day and age, I'm not giving a cornerback $40 million guaranteed, $45 million guaranteed. You have to be exceptional for me to do that. You know.
What are you most excited to see heading into this upcoming season?
I know the talk of the town is the Browns. Oh man,
I was gonna get into them too.
you know, I've never seen a team where they haven't even made the playoffs.
But
Mind you, they haven't even made the playoffs, and they talk about, oh, I could see them getting to the Super Bowl. I'm like, well, let's pump the brakes down a little bit. Like, can they make the playoffs first? And not only that, they have a rookie head coach. That guy's never even been a coordinator. Like, he's a rookie head coach, and you're dealing with it's a lot of personalities. You have Odell. You know, they picked up Kareem Hunt.
You know, Baker's a headache.
Yeah, you know, Baker. He talks a little bit. You know, especially that whole thing with I think it was Duke Johnson. When he's talking about his contract. I don't think you should ever do that. You know, talking about another man's money. But my thing is that the Browns don't exactly have an easy schedule. And me personally, I still got the Pittsburgh Steelers winning that division just based off.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think the Steelers will still. I think the Steelers will
find a way.
Pull it off. Yeah. Because my thing is that they're talented on paper.
Right.
But I want to know, what if they start out 1-3? Is Odell going to act up? Is Baker going to get pissed off? That's what I want to see. Everything is always good when you're winning and every stuff like that. But when you start losing, how you going to handle it?
Yeah, they're flashy. They look good on paper. And sometimes the first year is, you know, you don't really see what it looks like on paper.
Yes.
It takes a while to build that chemistry. So maybe if they keep the same core for next year, they might.
Exactly.
Moving forward, they might be a little bit better.
That,
second, third year.
And I agree. And also, you remember you have game tape too on him too. So
exactly.
now you know, you're like, okay.
Yeah. Who's the biggest threat to your New England Patriots this season?
Wait, like in general? Or like
in general, the whole entire league.
I mean, there's a lot of great teams. I'll start with the AFC first.
AFC, right?
You know, because that's not confident. I mean, obviously, you got to put the Chiefs up there. You know, who else?
You think about the Jaguars? They might bounce back defense wise, and they got a better quarterback. No,
you know. The thing is, I mean, I think Foles is serviceable. When people were saying he's better than Carson Wentz, I was like, oh, come on, stop it. From a talent point, he's not.
Right.
We've seen this rodeo already. Depending on the offense and a lot, you gotta remember the Eagles had a lot of great players last year. Their wide receivers were stacked. Their defense, their defense wasn't bad. You gotta remember if Alshon Jeffrey doesn't drop that pass, you know, we could be saying here the Eagles probably be like in the NFC Championship. I think he's serviceable, but to say he could carry team.
No.
Well, we've been on this road already. This is why he always keep moving from team to team to team. You know, I don't think he's going to elevate the Jaguars. And who the Jaguars have as a wide receiver? Who are you throwing to?
D.D. Westbrook.
Okay, and then and I'm sorry, and Leonard Fournette was a big disappointment last year.
Just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
So I think the Steelers. You said the Chiefs, right?
Maybe. Chiefs, Steelers, Chargers.
Chargers, right?
You know, I still like the Chargers. If Andrew Luck is, and I've been saying this, if Andrew Luck stays healthy, that's the key thing. I like the Colts. I'm not gonna lie. I think they improved. You know, they got that stud linebacker, that rookie. I forgot his name. Pardon me. But you know, he's a stud. You know, they still got T.Y. Hilton. You know, Eric Ebron. You know, he exploded out of nowhere. You know, last year.
And Marlon Mack came on.
Yeah. You know, and now you know there's no more Frank Gore, so now he takes over the boat. I like how you look. If Andrew Luck stays healthy, they could make some noise.
And don't forget my Buffalo Bills. All right, put them inside.
You know, to be honest with you, I would say I would say this. I think I like Josh Allen. The only thing is with him, as I keep saying with the Bills. I just don't understand y'all running back situation right now.
Maybe we're trying to work that out right now.
Yeah, it's like it's a lot going on. You know, I like the acquisition. Like, you know, you're trying to make moves. That's what I like to see. And then the thing is, he really impressed me last year when he beat the Vikings.
Yeah.
At Minnesota. Like he put on a show, you know.
Yeah, he's just his accuracy could be kind of wild. He could be kind of wild.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he has an arm, but you gotta be accurate.
Yeah,
you have to be
pocket.
accurate.
Yeah.
You know? The Jets are not bad either.
Yeah, the Jets pretty good. Speaking about the Chiefs, what do you think about Mahomes? We talked about this before. Do you think a lot of people say he might not have the same season he had last year. He might have a little bit drop off because now they have tape on him. Is it going to be like just Deshaun Watson? Remember Deshaun Watson came out the first year, it was crazy, and then his following year is like, all right. What do you think about Mahomes? Same season or even better?
You know, I would say that it goes back to I say now they got Vitek. Don't get me wrong, Mahomes is a great talent. Do I think he's going to do 50 touchdowns? No, I personally don't think so. But I think he's still going to be effective. He's still going to be great because now you got a 1 year under your belt. You know, he went all the way to the AFC Championship. I think now, you know, he has a sense of, okay, now I know what to do and like how to handle the situation. Because you remember, he wasn't a rookie, but it was your first year starting. So now you have a feel of defenses. Because when he played against us, the Patriots, a lot of times I felt like, depending on the defensive scheme, like he'll get kind of lost a little bit. But because he has such a great arm talent, like he'll just fling it there. You know, but I think, you know, with Andy Reid, because, you know, Andy Reid is a great offensive play caller. I think he'll tell him, like, listen, you don't always have to make the big throw. It's all right. Sometimes you could use your running back. You know, you could throw the little 3-yard pass. But I think I think he's a stud. But do I think he's gonna exactly put up the same numbers like the 50 touchdowns? No, I don't think so.
Your thoughts on Antonio Brown and the helmet situation? Another diva.
Another diva. The thing is with Antonio Brown with this whole helmet thing. From what I found out. I think it was like 5 years ago, the NFL had sent out a memo like, listen, eventually we're going to change helmets, you know, because obviously, for safety precautions. Remember, they were getting sued because of all these concussions going on, stuff like that. And from what I hear, there's like over 60 different helmets you can choose from. So you're telling me all these years, especially like, let's just start with this year. Right, for like the past 5 or 6 months, you telling me you still can't get it together with a helmet? The other day I heard Tom Brady said, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, you know, I don't necessarily like the new helmets per se, but this is what we have to do. Like, listen, this is the rules, we have to follow them. You have over 2,000 NFL players. How is it all of them adjusting and you can't get it? You can't get it together. You know, as much as we criticize Odell for being a diva from time to time, you don't hear Odell complain. Odell like, okay, like, this is what we gotta do. This is what we have to do. And the thing is, and the Raiders invested a lot of money. Remember, they gave the man $30 million guaranteed. And this is how you show him. And to be honest, this is why the Steelers got him. But the thing is, I think a lot of people put up with it because he's such a great talent. But right now, you're not on the field.
Right.
Like yesterday, the Maylock, the GM, he went off. He's like, listen, is he in or is he out? Because it's frustrated. And right now, Derek Carr, I would say probably this is like his last season. You know, John Gruden is a little iffy about him. And you got to develop a core.
That's what I was going to ask you. My next question was going to say, what are your thoughts on the Raiders? What do you think they're going to do this season? Not too much.
I'm going to be honest. I think the Raiders, I think the Raiders is a mess. I think they're trying to relive that 1960s, you know, Raider Nation. But the thing is,
John Gruden wants to bring that smash mouth football.
But the thing is, they bringing in all these different personalities. You know, you bring in that controversial offensive lineman.
It was a Buffalo.
Incognito. Yes, you bring in him. You bring in the linebacker from the Bengals. You bring in him. That's another. Then you bring in Antonio Brown with his personality. And you know John Gruden. John Gruden loves the media. He loves the attention. Whether he likes it or not, he loves the attention. And my thing is that. You know, and then on defense, their defense is still not great. They have terrible corners. You know, my thing is, I like the running back that they picked up.
Jacobs, Josh Jacobs, right? Yeah.
From Alabama. I like him. I like that defensive play they also got too. The tackle. I think he's a tackle.
Okay.
They got 2 first-round picks. It was the corner and the tackle. I'm sorry, I can't remember their names, but I like the tackle though. He's showing signs. I think he could be a stud. But I think the Raiders I don't know that. To me, I feel like they got a little ways to go.
Oh, you talking about the guy Clinton Farrell? Not that guy. Remember they drafted him early. They jumped up.
Yeah.
That was a reach for.
That's
the guy from Clemson, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, but me personally, I don't really see them making any noise or anything like that. They need a few more pieces. I do like the fact they got that wide receiver from the Chargers. I think it's Ty Williams.
Yeah.
It's 2 Williams.
Yeah.
I think he's a good piece to Antonio Brown, but I think it's going to be a dumpster fire. And just like with that, if they start out 1-3 or 0-3 or something like that, how's that team? That team is going to unravel. And you got to remember, Antonio Brown's not used to losing like this.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll
But
see.
then when they start off like that, it's gonna become the Nathan Peterman show. You forgot about that, right?
I know, right?
All right. So before we go, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, and you gotta first thing that comes to mind, you gotta go with it. Okay?
Got you.
Hot seat.
Yeah.
Best running back in the league. Don't think about it. What comes to mind first?
Oh shit.
Todd Gurley.
I say I say Zeke for now.
Zeke Elliott?
Yeah, I
Better than
say Zeke
Saquon
for
Barkley?
Oh yeah, I forgot. It was his first year. I gotta see a little bit more. But he's definitely a stud. But I gotta see a little bit more. I give it to Zeke as of right now.
Okay. Best wide receiver in the league.
Oh man, I probably have to say DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, I was gonna say the same thing too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
My
I'm going
gosh.
DeAndre.
Yeah, he's a stud.
He's money. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Best quarterback in the league besides Tom Brady. I had to put that in. I know you were going there.
Yeah. Best quarterback as of right now. I mean, you probably gotta say Mahomes.
Mahomes?
Yeah, if you're gonna say right now. You're gonna have to say Mahomes. He's the reigning MVP. Great arm, great talent. As of right now, if you're just talking right now, I would say Mahomes.
Let's say you have both players healthy. Watson and Mahomes. Who are you taking?
Mahomes.
You get Mahomes?
Yeah, I still take Mahomes. I like Watson, but he's another injury prone guy. I can't lie. He's another injury prone. But I like Mahomes.
What do you think about the Kyler Murray? Would you like him so far? You think he's shaky? He looks so short on the field.
He's a small guy. But I tell people all the time, I feel like with Oklahoma, that Lincoln Riley, he's a great offensive coordinator. He makes everybody look great. But the thing is, even the last preseason, I see he's gonna struggle. Like he's gonna struggle a little bit with accuracy. And to be honest with you, the height thing does matter, because when he throws, remember these linemen are like trees.
He can't see over the offensive.
Timing.
So
but
a lot of his balls might be batted down.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he got to work on it. But he's a rookie. I give him to this year. I can't really make an assessment yet because it's still preseason. I got to see a full season.
And what also works in his favor too is Larry Fitzgerald last year, so hopefully Fitz can help him out in the locker room.
Oh, absolutely. He's a great veteran. Absolutely.
Last question. Number one, who's the best shutdown cornerback in the league? Who's the best cornerback in the league right now? Maybe not be shut down, but best corner in the league right now. It's kind of tough thinking about it.
Yeah.
Stephon Gilmore.
I was gonna say Stephon Gilmore. He's good. He's good too. There's no really shutdown corners. I think there's a lot of good corners. I like the corner from the Cowboys. Oh God, I'm forgetting his name. Byron something.
Yeah,
I'm forgetting his name. He's good. You got Gilmore. I like Rhodes from the Vikings.
Yeah, this guy got a big contract from the
Dolphins.
Yeah.
In the fight, I'm sorry, but I don't watch a lot of Dolphins games. But a lot of people say like he's good.
Richard Sherman. Wash up.
Yeah. Okay. Please.
Oh, okay. Well, I know it's too early to make any Super Bowl predictions. We'll do that on the next podcast because it's still preseason. We haven't seen anything. So, all right. Pleasure having you on the show once again.
Thanks a lot.
And next time we're gonna talk about more predictions and we'll do a little bit more fantasy next time.
Most definitely.
All right, this wraps up another episode of Hot Seat. Yours truly, Nessa Ken and Lloyd Daniels. Take care and God bless.
All right.